The conversion of biomass to ethanol.
Wait, what? Ethanol as in that?
No, as in biofuel ethanol.
Okay, so what's this biomass that gives us our all-important fuel-grade ethanol?
The most common source of biomass used in corn and sugarcane, but other feedstocks can also be used to produce ethanol through cellulosic and non-cellulosic techniques. These feedstocks might be straw, wood, cotton, potatoes, etc. In addition, with certain pre-treatment processes, hardwood, softwood, and agricultural residues can also be used to produce ethanol.
It must be a complicated process to convert from biomass to ethanol. I'm just dying to know how it's done.
The hard part is mostly converting from biomass to 6-carbon sugars like glucose. There are a lot of processes through which this may be done, and the processes differ depending on what the biomass is.
The easiest conversion is from corn to glucose. This basically starts by removing the cellulosic parts of the crop. The corn grains are then milled into fine powder and converted into pure starch through steeping, grinding, and germ separation. This is followed by hydrolysis of starch into solution, saccharification of the starch to obtain simpler sugars, fermentation by yeast to convert the sugars into ethanol, distillation to increase purity and separate the ethanol, then finally dehydration to remove water from the ethanol.
Then there are the processes that convert lignocellulosic materials, which contain cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin, into ethanol. The process to convert cellulose into ethanol efficiently has been around for quite a while. The methods include the use of different micros or 3 steps: cellulose production, cellulose hydrolysis, and fermentation of glucose.
The method to convert hemicellulose into ethanol cost-effectively has been studied intensively since it is more easily broken down than cellulose. The processing of hemicellulose is an area of great interest since it is essential for converting lignocellulosic materials into ethanol.
Lignin may be purified and sold as a byproduct of the ethanol production process. This is exactly how biofuel companies such as Ethanol maximize their profits.
Wow, I feel like you guys were conversing in Russian. So the basic idea is that both cellulosic and non-cellulosic parts of crops can be converted into fuel-grade ethanol and other useful products. Why would people want to use ethanol as fuel anyway, when it can be better utilized to make liquor?
There are a lot of advantages to using ethanol as a fuel source. Like other biomass fuels, bioethanol is an advantageous replacement for fossil fuels because it is a renewable agricultural source and it does not add net carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide released by the combustion of ethanol is absorbed by agriculture and will eventually be converted to ethanol, so a carbon dioxide balance is maintained in the atmosphere.
Another advantage is that ethanol has a much higher octane rating than gasoline, which improves the compression ratio of an internal combustion engine and allows for increased thermal efficiency. Also, cropland, which can be converted to ethanol fuel, is far more abundant and widespread than oil fields or wells, so many countries have far greater access to ethanol.
So with all these advantages, there are bound to be some disadvantages, right?
One of the more obvious ones would be that many of the current biofuel technologies use edible feedstock in the production of biofuels. As a result, biofuel production competes with food production.
Well, that was way interesting. Yeah, I learned loads.